What's up, guys? It's Sam and Taylor.
And we want you to put your shoes on
Pop open that energy drink
and go.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. I'm Sam.
And I'm Taylor. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to our new studio.
I know, new studio. You probably wouldn't even notice, honestly, but...
Yeah, well, we got a new sign.
Yes, new sign. Fitness Uncensored, baby. And nice
Super
bright
cute.
pink. But yeah, we moved. Updates. Did we
Yes,
talk about that last week?
We did. We talked about kind of the plan,
Yeah.
but now we live here. We live
do.
here now. We're in our office. We have across from us our desk. We got all the space in the world. It's been a good time. A chaotic time, but a good time.
Goodness. The last 6 days have been like the most crazy, hectic 6 days of my entire life. And
The fact that you're saying 6 days and that would have been like the last, like, it feels like a month.
yeah, I know. It hasn't even been a full week.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So let's just kind of catch up on today. What happened today to us? Like, it's been crazy.
Yeah, so I started the morning so good. I woke up, I threw some eye patches on. I was up early, went for a walk. I even made a story. I was like, today's going to be such a good day. Like, the vibes are going. We went and took merch photos, which we'll talk about merch in a second. We come back bright and early. We're getting things done. Crack it on. We locked ourselves out.
Yeah. For an hour and a half. Almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours, 100 degrees. Yeah.
Is the camera recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't sure. I'm blind, by the way, guys. And I'm wearing my glasses today. First time wearing my glasses in about like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it is.
And I am seeing things, but I'm looking at the camera now. I'm like, I just don't see the blinking red light.
I'll double check for you.
Yeah. Okay. So it is. Anyway, yeah, so we had a locksmith come. And damn, locksmiths are expensive.
Holy shit, man. Here's the thing. So we are having this we should have called the locksmith right away and we would have been only out of the apartment for 20 minutes.
Yeah, but we didn't think it really came to the point of needing a
Yes,
locksmith.
we really complicated scenario with trying to get in contact to like find the answer to this with the people that own the house. Really complicated. But we ended up having to call a locksmith, and he's like, did they tell you how much it was going to cost? And we're like, no, but like, what else are we going to fucking do? We have to get into the house.
We're not going to say no to whatever price you put in front of us at this point.
And he asked that. He was already halfway done.
Yeah, I know.
So
He's like a freaking like stick in the wall. He's like, yeah, did they ever inform you how much it's going to cost? We're like, I'm like thinking he's going to like say like 500 plus, but luckily it was only like $200. But
it was $250.
Either way, his 10 minutes of work was $250, and I feel like I could have done that if you gave me like I don't even know some type of tools. I would have done it myself.
So I was looking up how to break into your own garage, and I kept looking up like how to break into your own garage, how to break into your own window, and I was like, if someone's like stalking, I feel like the police are gonna come. Like they're gonna like track the IP on my phone, and I'm like, how to like break a window, how to I'm like Googling all this stuff about breaking into a house. And the thing that he was doing, I tried to do with the piece of cardboard, but my piece of cardboard wasn't cutting it. I needed a tool. But if I had that tool, I think I could have done it because the guys on YouTube were explaining how to do it. Yeah. So I don't see why I couldn't have got it done. But
yeah, that has been our morning. 2 hours, sorry. Pretty much wasted away. It's been a busy day. We got a lot like to catch up with. At the beginning of each month, it's kind of a lot in terms of like content, in terms of like brand deals and stuff like that, because brands really like to push their like ads at the beginning of the month. So I'm like stressing about that.
I feel like it's like the first week and the last week.
Yeah, first week and the last week of the month are like crazy because the last week of the month are brands that are super last minute on it and realize that they want some ads out, and they try to squish it into the end of the month. So then the middle of the month is kind of like, you know, casual because you kind of have everything planned out, things are going live, all that. But for me, at least today, is like a very big, like, I need to record a lot of ads type vibe, but it's been a good day. And I don't even know how I didn't even think about this, but merch, baby.
Yes, that's why I said we were going to a merch shoot, and then we'd talk about merch in a second. So merch went live on Wednesday. You guys are listening to this on Friday. Merch has been out, but don't worry. So we do have a set amount of inventory here right now because we are doing it all ourselves. If you get a t-shirt, it is put in that bag.
Is kissed by me.
Yeah, we're kissing it, we're licking it.
Kissing it, licking it.
We kissed it.
Whatever you want, let me know.
But we are hand packaging them. So we do have a set amount of inventory right now, meaning it could maybe temporarily sell out until we get more.
Yeah, especially sizes. Like, we have no idea what the sizes that are going to be like high demand. This is our first time doing it ourselves. All the other ones have been like made to order. So buying inventory is definitely hard because we don't know like what we need in terms of sizes, how long of a process it's going to be to pack the packages. We're doing that ourselves as well. Like on one day next week, we're just going to choose a day and maybe do it once a week where we sit down and just pack a bunch of them and send them out. But I'm excited.
Yeah, so don't worry. It's not like a pre-sale or anything. You'll always be able to get your hands on it. We will keep restocking as you guys demand. If you want it, we'll keep ordering it. But we're very excited. I'm wearing one of them right now if you're on YouTube. This is like the tourist t-shirt. We're big comfy vibes. I got sweats on, so I've got a sweatshirt on.
It's one of those days.
It's freezing. We had a long morning, so it's comfy clothes today. But I'm wearing one of the t-shirts that will be available. We also have stickers.
Yeah, I'm so excited about the stickers. Please purchase the stickers. I spent a long time.
Please get a sticker.
I spent a long time designing them and making them on the website and stuff.
Please.
So, but they're cute. Like, I want to see them put on water bottles, or you can be like me and take them out with you at night and put them somewhere.
Yeah.
I put like a few of them in like bathroom stalls and bars throughout Austin, Texas. So that was cool vibes. I don't even remember honestly where I did that because I was so drunk that night.
I was so drunk that I left them in my pocket and then put those shorts in the washer.
Yeah, she owes me $5.
And washed the stickers. So that's what I did with mine as I took them out the dryer and I was like, what are all these pieces of paper? And I was like, oh.
But yeah, so we got two types of stickers, two types of t-shirts. We both wear a large in the t-shirts if you want the oversized feel. They are the, what is it? Chasing Colors, or what is that brand called? That brand's a different brand.
Oh.
But it's just they're
very nice.
Soft, like cotton material. Perfect for hot summers, workouts. They're not heavy at all.
Not heavy. So lightweight, so soft, so comfy. This is our favorite merch that we put out.
Yeah. So that's that. This weekend's a big fucking weekend, though. Okay.
Yes. Woohoo! So, a most hectic, long, brutal week of our lives, physical and
mental.
All of it. Like physical labor, just so you know, computer work labor, emotional labor, everything. But on Saturday, guys. Oh yeah, baby.
It's the barge, baby. We literally our neighbors are gonna hate us, okay? We have 50 people coming to my apartment to pregame for this boat. Like 50 people. Okay, by the way, these 50 people are not all my friends. I would say like half of them are my friends, and then the other half are just like friends of friends. But we packed that boat. It's full.
You know happening. What? That's such a good disclaimer, because if I heard someone say they had like 50 friends, I'd be like, man, yeah, that's like really cool.
How do you know all those people?
Yeah.
So half of them are friends of friends, or people that we've met before but aren't really our friends. They're more like our drinking friends. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like I've seen you at a club one time. Come on my boat.
Yeah. So that's going to be a good day. I'm not really vlogging it because I want to have a good time. I want to get blackout. Just kidding. I'm not getting blackout. That's a lie. Okay, another thing too, back up, rewind. It's a birthday barge. So like that's why I'm really going crazy on this weekend. Like all in. All freaking in. So it's going to be a good time. If you want to see the behind the scenes, I'm going to be mostly posting on Snapchat. You can add me on Snapchat at SammyT711. That's where I'll be posting everything. We do have... I made a friend in Houston. He videographer / photographer. He lives in San Antonio, and I was like, "Yo, come on this barge." So he's bringing his camera, which is pretty cool. So we'll get some photos, which is nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the time. It's much needed. Like it's like at the perfect time because we would just finish like a week of moving in, so we get this like nice little celebration, and then Sam's gonna be 24.
I'm so old. All right, can we also talk about the fact that everyone on Snapchat thought I was 30 for the longest time?
That was so funny.
Like, I'm not even kidding. I was, like, lying so bad. Like, couldn't keep a straight face in the videos, like, laughing.
That was so
saying
funny.
I was 30 years old, and, like, mostly guys were responding, like, oh, my God. Like, I can't believe you're actually 30. Like, I thought you were in my league. Like, I thought I had a chance. I was like, guys, like, I'm kidding. I can seriously say whatever age I am, and you guys will believe it. But, yeah, literally. 24.
The big 2-4, baby.
I don't even know what to do at that age. What am I supposed to be doing?
I don't know, but next year you can rent a car everywhere.
Facts. Well, I do it anyway.
Yeah, but you
just
like
have to
then
pay
there's
extra.
yeah,
Stupid
fuck that.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be super duper
super
fun. We're finally, I'd say yesterday and today, aside from being locked out today, yesterday and today were our first days being like actually like settled in here because it was like 4th of July and like a long weekend and all that.
Yeah.
So like we're actually settled in our place, like getting back into our groove, and it's just so exciting and so much fun. And I love podcasting in this little office, man. I love it.
I love the office. It really helps with actually being like focused. On work. Because my ADHD cannot do it in that kitchen. Like I would do one thing, the next, whatever. But now that I have a desk and a computer in front of me and just a wall behind the computer, I can't see anything. Other than Mac when he comes up next to me and he just looks up at me and is like,
100%. I work like I can crank out. I feel like what would have been like 4 hours of work in 2 hours. Like I don't know. Like you just like
you speed through
crank it out because it's also like before the animals are like running around doing stuff right next to us, and they could be like downstairs like.
Oh, Max is great right now. Mac literally like started shitting his pants.
They could be
right
minding
before
their
this
business.
podcast.
And then it's like when you're in the kitchen, it's like maybe I'll make a snack. Like, should I get a drink? Like I don't know, like all this like random stuff. But when you're here, there's nothing to do. We did put a mini fridge in here though. You guys can't see it on camera.
There's nothing in it yet.
There's nothing in it. Yes, but
it's cold now though. We haven't plugged it in yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be cold enough where we can put stuff in it.
Exciting.
But speaking of like the mini fridge and stuff. We also, our leases are overlapped, so we have both leases. When we've been running back and forth, honestly, every single day back to our old apartment to here to just grab things because the moving process is just never ending.
I actually have a lot of packages at our door because I forgot to turn off the automatic, like they're at the door.
Oh, mine's not at the door. I have some going to the door today, but yeah, so all of our energy drinks and stuff like that and alcohol is all still at our old apartment, and I want to be able to stock up the fridge. So we definitely need to go back there, bring a cooler, throw them in the cooler, bring them up to the office, and stock up the mini fridge.
Yeah. We didn't do pet of the week yet.
No, we haven't. I'm not giving it to Mac.
Phineas has been doing good for me lately.
Yeah, Phineas has
I'm
been
gonna
doing
have to say he's been doing pretty good. I was really nervous for him because before in our old setup, my bathroom was connected to my room and all of his stuff was in the bathroom. So he had access to, litter box food the whole night. So I've been very nervous. The first day I was so tired and I was like, I'm really nervous. This cat's going to wake me up every hour to like want to go get his stuff. And I was just not having it because I had been moving for quite literally the whole day. And he didn't. He's fine the whole night. He's such a big boy. He doesn't need any of it. It's great.
Yeah, Mac has been pooping and not peeing. Mostly just pooping everywhere.
He hasn't peed inside once.
He has not peed inside once, but he poops. And I'm not understanding it.
If you want a visual, watch my moving vlog.
Yeah, you'll see him do it, okay?
You can see it in real time.
Yeah. So, it's going to Phineas all day long.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been doing well. Definitely still jumping on the counter, but great listener. He's listened to my note quite a few times, so he's getting better and he's doing great. And I've been leaving so much crap in my room just because, like, obviously moving. So, like, there's, like, stuff that, like, doesn't have a place. And he hasn't even touched any of it. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Proud of him.
All right, real quick before we jump into the episode, let's do our highs and lows, baby.
Did we even do this last week?
No, we didn't.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, I forgot about it too. But I got my low.
Okay. What is it?
My two lows are like two things in one. First being that I talk about boys on here and they just so happen to listen to the freaking episodes when I talk about them.
We're talking to you if you're listening.
No, guys. You know that boy I was talking about 2 weeks ago that I said was going to drive 12 hours to come see me? Yeah, well, he listened to the episode and I'm really embarrassed by it.
He listened to the episode and now he's not.
That's the part 2 of the low.
Oh.
All right, part 2 of the low is he's not even coming anymore. I scared him away.
That's so funny. Wait, I didn't even think about the fact.
Stop, Taylor.
That's so funny. Do you have a high?
Honestly, no, I'm kidding. No, my high is honestly just the fact that we're finally moved in and I'm looking forward to 6 days now from my birthday. So,
yeah.
Starting tomorrow, it's birthday. I'm celebrating everything.
My low, I'm trying to think without sounding really dramatic because I know people hate when people that are like quote unquote influencers are like, my job is hard. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be like a dramatic bitch and sit here and complain that my job is hard. it's just not like fulfilling at the moment, and it's hard. Like
Yeah.
it's hard, and like everyone that does social, even if you don't do social media, you just have a personal Instagram. Everyone knows right now Instagram sucks. Okay, everyone, whether you're just posting for like your friends or it's your job, your Instagram probably sucks right now. Probably gets like 2 likes. Everyone across the board, it sucks.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna say that's just like my low. And then my high is obviously like moving, but like I'll say a different one, like because like they already know we moved.
Say a different one.
My boyfriend got a scholarship to play Division 1 baseball, and that's so exciting.
Go, David!
And I'm really excited for him, and he's gonna be in South Carolina, and he did so well, and he got like such a good like spot on the team, and he's gonna be like doing so well. So that's like really exciting and really cool, and woohoo.
Yeah, no.
That was a really exciting thing that happened. So, and I felt so bad because there was so much exciting stuff happening, and I was so busy, and I couldn't, because I was like freaking moving when this was going on, and I couldn't give my attention to be like, I'm so excited for you, because I'd be like, I'd love to chat about this, but I'm like trying to like move a dresser, so can we talk about this later? So I felt bad, but I'm really excited for him. That's like super dope. So I'll be going to South Carolina. Another low, there's no direct flights from where I am to where he's gonna be, so that fucking sucks. Okay, that's brutal, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I can drive to Houston, spend a few days there, and you hop in the car and then fly from Houston.
Maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, so that's our high lows. I'm not going to talk about boys on here anymore because they listen to my podcast. They be obsessed with
No,
me.
the
I'm
girls
kidding.
love it.
No, the girls love it. That's the thing. And I was like, I told them, I was like, oh no, like I'm just over exaggerating everything you said. And I said, like, it's not real. And he's like, no, I'm just giving you a hard time. And I'm like, okay, I'm so embarrassed right now. So embarrassed. I didn't think guys like wanted to listen to podcasts, but like our podcast, but whatever.
Well, because they're interested in you.
Yeah, I guess.
Like if I was talking to someone and they had a podcast, I'm 150% listening to it. No questions asked.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Probably not every episode because that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
but I'm tuning in.
But like he was no, I don't know. Whatever. So
anyways, after this pretty like long intro, I feel we're gonna get into the episode highly requested, kind of a part 2 of our episode 2 episodes ago.
yeah, because this is kind of like perfect timing too, because this is our second lease. Well, technically my third lease, and I feel like I've learned a lot in the terms of like living on your own / moving process. So it's finally time to like share our tips and tricks to make yours a little bit easier.
Yeah. So I lived in an apartment in college, like a full-on like apartment, and then our apartment, and then this house. And we did the episode on ways to just be more independent and asked you guys, do you want a kind of things we knew before we moved out type episode? And it was an overwhelming yes in the DMs, in the comment. I got a comment on my YouTube video about it. Like, people want to see it. So we were like, okay, we'll do it. We just moved. So like Sam said, I guess this is perfect timing because we just moved. And
so let's just get into it.
Yeah, 10 things we wish we knew. And obviously there's I also want to do kind of a preface. Number one thing, we're not like talking about like chores in here. Like you need to know how to do laundry. You need to know how to like do
like
dishes.
we're not fucking teaching you how to do laundry. Like be a fucking big girl.
You need to know how to do that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that first.
We're not babying you.
Number 1, take it away.
Of course. And I did not realize honestly this until recently. I am now into my second place technically. So my first place was a studio apartment. Then I moved into with Taylor into the 2-bedroom, and now we're in a full home. And furniture is expensive, okay? So take your time getting and investing into nicer pieces because you will regret it down the road if you end up buying something that's really cheap because 1, it's probably going to become very old and nasty very quickly, or 2, it's just kind of outdated and it's not like in style anymore. It was just super basic, you know? So you kind of get sick of it. So one thing we definitely realized during this process of buying new furniture is that it is expensive, okay?
Yeah, and I'm the type of person when I moved, I don't like furniture shopping that much when I have to do a lot of it at once. I like doing little furniture shopping here and there for like one thing. But when you're moving and you're just browsing, Target, Walmart, Home Goods, like browsing for like hours, I get so irritated and I'm like, yeah, that's fine, get it. Yeah, that's fine, get it. And then before you know it, you're like, I don't kind of like any of this.
Yeah.
Whereas, and then you spend a lot of money on it and it was all kind of cheap. But let's say like you got something that was $100 and you're like, I kind of hate it. Oh no, it broke. Oh, it doesn't really fit my stuff. And then like you get a new one for another $100. Okay, you could have just got a $200.
Yeah.
Because now you spent $100 twice. You could have just bought a $200 thing, whatever it is, that was gonna like last and make you really happy.
Yeah.
And also, since it's expensive, you don't need to furnish a whole room right when you get into it. Your lease is a year long. You can take a month or two to get all the furniture you want and like decide what you want. Because don't rush to get something just because you see it. Like really like take your time on Pinterest and like to know it and look through every single option of what you want and figure out what you want because it's expensive. So put your money where you want it to go.
And I know at the time when you do move into your new place, you're going to be so excited and you're just going to want to have it fully furnished. But realistically, like, take a step back from thinking like that because it's not going to happen that way.
It's expensive as shit.
Yeah, but it's very expensive. So you want to be looking into, like, those long-term pieces. Like, think long-term. Like, for instance, my bed frame. I don't have a bed frame right now. And I'm not going to have a bed frame or, like, the bed frame / headboard for about a month and a half because I ordered it. And I have to wait for it to get here. Now, I don't care that I have to wait for it because this piece of furniture I can picture myself having for years and years and years. It's super modern. It'll stay in style for a really long time. It's from Pottery Barn. And I just know it's going to be a piece of furniture that I'm going to want to have.
Mm-hmm.
So invest into it, ladies.
Yes, 100%.
Which kind of leads us into number 2. And number 2 being back order. Believe it or not, most things on any furniture website are going to be on back order. So my advice to you, even if you know you're, maybe moving in a year, 6 months from now, start looking and browsing throughout the internet, maybe 3 to 6 months into advance for your furniture. And if you find something that you really like and it's on back order, order it, okay? Because you want to be able to get that before or by the time you're actually moved in. Or if it's not on back order, you can schedule the delivery. So you can schedule it if you're not moved in till whatever time. You can schedule it for that move-in day.
Yeah, the furniture taking a long time to come is like a huge thing. It would also help with the cost because you might be able to spread it out. Like if you're moving, like let's say right now it's July and you're not moving till October. You can find a lot of things that you're not going to get until October.
Yeah.
Like you could buy it now and kind of spread it out, but that'll also help to be aware of a lot of the stuff you're not going to get right away. So if your issue is like you want all the furniture, like money aside, you're going to be disappointed when you see like, oh shit, I'm not going to get anything for 3 months.
Don't leave it until last minute to order anything because that will then, like we said, kind of backtrack into the point number 1. You're just going to end up buying something you really don't like just because you feel like you need it right away. So take the time. It's time consuming. I promise you that, like going through every website, through every company, looking for something that you really love. It's hours and hours and hours on end on your damn computer. I've experienced it, but it's worth it.
And guys, don't sleep on TikTok. TikTok looking up, like I was looking up Amazon bar stools. I've watched every single TikTok of people opening their Amazon bar stools. Every single one. Or like look up a design style and like look it up on TikTok. Look it up on Like to Know It. Look it up. Like it is so helpful to use those things to your advantage. There are so many people on TikTok who post home decor and where they bought things, and it's so incredibly helpful. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So utilize those things because you also get to hear like real people's reviews, how it actually is in their house. Like you really get to see it. TikTok was like my plug.
Yeah.
So that's on the furniture end. And now number 3, this is something a lot of people say, but I think even you don't think it's going to be as much as it is. It's all the little crap that a house, apartment, whatever needs that you don't realize that you need and how expensive it is. For example, spices, toilet paper, paper towels, cooking spoons, right? Like all the different things you need to cook something, like a spatula, a big spoon, a wooden spoon, a strainer, a cutting board,
a
like
pizza cutter,
a lemon squeezer, like
a
literally
can opener.
I went months
without a can opener.
A can opener. I don't
Whatever
even
it
freaking
is.
know anything.
There's so many. I would make a list, a massive list.
Sponges. I don't know. I'm just
Because you're going to need it all, and you're going to want to start buying those things now.
Yes, I wish. So moving, like we moved to different states, it's a little bit harder because you can't like travel with all of your stuff that you packed up. But let's say you're just moving where you're like driving a car, super simple. I see so many people on TikTok being like, I'm moving out, so I'm prepping this like one box of all this stuff that every time they go to the grocery store for the past 3 months, they're buying sponges, Ziploc bags, like random stuff that costs a lot of money. Guys, you'd be the amount of money that a thing of like laundry detergent shit cost, absolutely wild. But they pick up a little bit and then they put it in a box, and when it comes time to move, they don't have to make that $5 million trip to the grocery store because they just did like $10 extra every time they went to the grocery store.
One thing that I did when I moved out, so I eat very differently than my family, and I'm sure a lot of you guys listening may experience the same thing. I eat, same as I eat now when I moved out. My parents don't really care for like the coconut oil, like all those types of things. So obviously when I was living at home, I had those things because I cooked for myself. There was things like oats, my favorite cereals, my favorite breads, like anything that I had kind of left over, I put it into a box and I brought it with me.
Take that
I shipped that stuff with me because anything you have, like just take it. Like balsamic glaze, like that's one thing that I am obsessed with that I use on like so many different things. My family doesn't use balsamic glaze, so like that was another example of something I took, and my parents knew. They were like, we're not going to use this, it's going to go to waste, so take it. So I just made a big box and I just brought a lot of things with me, so that saved me quite a lot of money when it came to going to the grocery store for my first trip when I did move in, because then I had a lot of like small spices and whatever you name it, because a freaking thing of like salt is like $10. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's expensive. And not only is it that initial move of buying it all, a lot of stuff you have to keep up with buying. I know when I lived at home, there was we had a closet that kind of just always had extras of things. I run out of body wash. There's probably a body wash in there because my mom probably maybe bought 2 last time she went. So like if I ran out, there was probably 1. If I needed a new toothpaste, we probably had 1. You're living on your own, so if you didn't buy it, it's not there. It doesn't exist. So you also just have to stay on top of buying it and realizing that like it's going to be you. Like if you need to go shower at night and there's no body wash, you need to go to CVS. Like like no one else, just you. And it's extra like money you just have to account for. Yeah, because it's expensive.
Yeah. Next one, this kind of like hits home for me because I did not have a good experience at all with like shipping your car. So if you're going out of state, one thing you're going to know is that you're going to probably need to ship your car. If not, if you can just drive a few hours, that's great. But moving from Boston down to Texas, there was no chance I was driving by myself. Besides, I wanted my mom to help me move in. So we just flew down and shipped my car. But find a very like reliable car shipping company. Everything is from word of mouth. We've talked about this before. Like if you find recommendations, you're going for something because you got a recommendation from it, word of mouth, a friend used the same company. That's why most of the time you're using a company or a product that you've seen. Like I'm never going to be one to just like I'm not going to go find like that car company and use it. Well, I actually fucking did do this, which is why I ended up in the situation I did end up in, and ship my car down. So try to find a really good car service. My car took about a month and a half to come down, so I was carless for a really long time. But pack the damn car up, okay? I did not know that you can basically pack up your car all the way up to the top of your windows. I would have packed my car 10 times more packed if I could. They will kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, give you a warning, or like they say they'll give you a fine if you pack your car, but they didn't do that for me. Obviously, it depends on the company, but I would recommend packing your car because if they do fine you, the fine is not as much money as it would cost to ship boxes.
Shipping boxes is expensive and brutal.
Yeah. So just pack your car up. Leave the space for the windows because that's like a big like thing that's like a big warning that they put in like your contract, whatever, for your car. But put stuff in your car because boxes, expensive.
Yes. I ended up shipping my car, but I didn't know I was going to. And if I knew I was going to ship my car right from the jump, I would have also packed my car, but I got my car later. because I had issues finding a car here or whatever. Doesn't matter. So I only had a little bit of things in there. It was like leftover things at home my family put in there, but it was very helpful.
Yeah. I had to ship like a few boxes, but I would have put those boxes in my car if I knew I could have.
Yeah, 100%. Number 5. This one is huge for us because we both didn't know this. You always see people buying homes with a realtor and all that. You can do the same for renting an apartment. Look up on Instagram, really easy search. A lot of them are called like apartment locator, insert city. Apartment hunter, insert city. And you can find them on Instagram, or just obviously through connections you might have with other people in real estate. But they can help you find apartments, and it's no cost to you. You don't have to pay them, and they will help you find apartments, which is amazing. Before this, when we thought we were going to be living separately, I was going on tours with a realtor who scheduled all the tours for me, made a list of every apartment for me with the location, the price, the this, the that, like organized it all for me, and it took a lot of stress off of my plate. And I had no idea that you can use someone like that for an apartment. I thought it was just a buying a house thing.
Yeah, especially if you're out of state and you're not going to be able to be present for like the touring part. It is great to have a realtor so that you can kind of get their word and their trust that you're in a good location. It has good amenities, like whatever it is. So definitely check it out. This is just kind of like another disclaimer because I get it way too often. Please don't come to us for like renting advice in Austin, Texas. You can do the same. There's great realtors in Austin, Texas that can help you. ATX Apartment Hunters is a great Instagram. Go to their Instagram, DM them, say you need a realtor to help you out, and they can do that for you. But yeah, that's just a little disclaimer.
Yeah, and also another thing I realized looking for apartments on my own, not every apartment has information right on the internet. Some of these apartment complexes have these realtors kind of pay for exclusivity on the building. So I was driving through downtown seeing all of these apartments, but I would Google it and only get like 5. I'm like, okay, there has to be more than 5. I can see them. But their information just didn't come up right away. So when you work with a realtor, they have more information that you might be able to find on your own without digging through a million pages of Google. They actually have all the information right in front of them.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, and they create like a portal for you, so you can just like go into the portal and they have all the information there. It's nice. But number 6?
6.
Big purchases. There's a lot of them, and I was not fully aware of how many other purchases there were outside of the actual rent per month for your unit.
Yes, bills,
and
baby.
This obviously will depend on your location. Like it has depended on our last 2. We've added gas to ours this time, but it's going to be renter's insurance, your internet, your water, your gas, whatever it is. Like I said, depending. So you just need to make room for those things. It can range. Renter's insurance for the year for both of us was like $150. That's not really anything bad.
Crazy.
But water and gas really ranges from anything from like $50 a month to $200 a month, depending obviously how big your unit is, how many people are staying there, how good you are at unplugging everything at night.
I was gonna put that in this bullet point of like unplug things. You don't need everything plugged in all the time. Your toaster does not need to be plugged in 24/7. Your air fryer does need to be plugged in 24/7. Is it making a huge difference? Probably not. Obviously, like your air conditioning and whatnot and like showering is going to be making the most like impact on your bill, but like everything adds up. Yeah. So just be conscious of that. Luckily in this new place, we like don't turn on lights.
Yeah, the windows are nice.
We like don't turn on lights. So hopefully that like
never happens.
Hopefully that helps us a little bit because we don't use lights basically ever. So that's amazing. But bills. It's not just rent, mind you. So that's just for your apartment. And then you have like, if you have a car, you probably have a car payment, car insurance, gas. And then also just setting aside for the fact that especially if you're living not where your family is, you're going to have to be paying. I mean, even if you are and you're super on your own, but especially if you're legit physically on your own. Like today we had to call a locksmith. Who paid for that? Us. Like there's no like, Dad, can you come? Like no one else is here.
Yeah.
It's literally just us.
So when you are looking for a space, just keep in mind, say your budget is $800 and that's your budget. Drop that budget of what you think for the apartment is to maybe like $700 because your budget for the apartment now is $700 and that gives you an extra $100 of budget for like the gas, the water, all of that stuff. So just keep in mind, like when you're looking at a place, you're like, okay, that apartment for like my room or like whatever my portion of the rent is $800. Well, now I need to add in and include all the utilities that I'm maybe paying monthly. So just keep that in the back of your head when you are looking at prices per unit, when you are kind of browsing.
Yeah. And I'm really happy that, like, for example, like that we chose this route because, like, for me personally, this is about roughly $500 cheaper than every apartment I was looking at rent. So that puts me in, with all the utilities, it'll basically put me in that budget. Whereas if I went with the apartment, I would have been probably
way
over because I would have been paying money over. So yeah. Also, this is so random, but I just want to throw it in here. Random. If you're getting an apartment, really take a look at the amenities and all that stuff. You think you don't care, but like make sure the building's nice.
Yeah, very true.
Make sure the building's nice. Anyways.
7.
So yeah, that shit adds up. Number 7. Speaking of your apartment, or your house or whatever, get to know your neighbors and get their contact info. You don't have to like be their best friend or do something cheesy and like, I don't know, go all out, go crazy, but get their name, get their number. You never know when you
obviously if they look approachable and
well, yeah, like but most people are like our neighbor. Like for example, in our last apartment, we were on a courtyard. In the courtyard, all these people would come out with their dogs. Obviously, Sam has a dog. Okay, beautiful. That's our in, right? Like we have a dog. We have a dog too, so we're gonna bring our dog. Getting their number, getting their contact info, knowing their names, making sure they know like our names. You never know when you're gonna need someone to watch your dog, to like, I mean, luckily we never had like an emergency, but someone to just call. Like if you need something, it's really difficult. This is like a really for, especially if you're away from all your family, because it's like really there. If I needed someone to come, the only person I could really call was like our neighbor.
Yeah.
Who else was gonna come? Like,
yeah, it just makes you feel more safe and secure when you do have like not like a relationship, but like a connection.
Yeah.
With the people surrounding you.
And then you feel like trusted about your stuff. Like, I don't know, it like makes everything feel way more safe. Like our neighbor at this place is just so sweet, such a nice lady, a nice couple across the street. Like it's just very nice environment. Say hi to people, introduce yourself, exchange contacts. You just never know when you're gonna need it, and it's gonna suck when you really need it and you don't have it.
Yeah, very important.
So
next one, which also has to do with your like location where you're at, Facebook Marketplace. Okay, do not neglect Facebook Marketplace. I didn't really start using it until like you had mentioned. You're like, oh my goodness, like I'm looking on Facebook Marketplace because they have some like pre-owned nice things that people are selling for half the price. Like you can find West Elm things, Pottery Barn things, CB2 things on Facebook Marketplace, and that is going to help you out a lot if you are still trying to furnish your place.
I wish my mom was here as a guest. My mom is queen of finding really nice discounted furniture. Don't know how she does it. I found like some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, nothing that I know I'm gonna like get right away, but like I really need patio furniture, so I'm really looking on Facebook Marketplace for that, because I know one day I'm gonna be in a house with definitely a different backyard setup, so I'm not gonna buy expensive patio furniture that I'm probably not gonna need after this place. So I've been keeping an eye out on Facebook Marketplace. If you live in Austin, Texas and you have patio furniture, DM me on Instagram. But I'm looking for patio furniture because I don't need anything crazy. It's just a little balcony, all good. I'm just gonna try to find something on there, sell things on there, get rid of shit. You don't need like your crap from home. Sell it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, especially if you're like moving like across the city or across the country. I was gonna say, like, I lived from home, so like I didn't really need to sell anything. But say I lived in an apartment in Boston and I was already on my own, and now I'm moving over to like Texas. I could have sold like all of that furniture, made some money from it, because I would have had to ended up shipping all of that furniture somewhere else. So
Right.
sell anything that you think you don't really want, but if you 100% in your gut know you want to keep something, then keep it. But you're going to have to end up paying the price of having to ship it to your new location.
Yeah, but definitely look on Facebook Marketplace. Like, even, like, this girl, like people that have bought and stuff of mine. Like, this one girl bought, like, 2 of my things. She's like, yeah, like, I just moved. And I'm like, good for you, sis, because you just got, like, this chair and this nightstand I had for mad cheap.
Yeah.
Like, cheaper than I paid for it. Like, it's honestly really, really smart and really useful. Again, I feel like it's one of those things that you're like, I could just buy this in the store right now. Why am I going to browse Facebook Marketplace every day until I see one? But at the end of the day, your money's your money. So it could be really beneficial to just do a little look.
Yeah. Now, there are obviously too, like, certain things where we're like, okay, like, buy that cheap. Or we're like, okay, buy that and invest into it. Like, furniture, invest into that stuff. But if you're looking to get, like, decor and stuff like that, go to those, like, Goodwills.
I'm going to Goodwill.
You would think Target's expensive. It's not. Okay,
It's like hit or miss. Like, I found a cheap ass chair at Target.
That's what I was gonna say. My chair was so cheap compared to, like, the West Elm or CB2 chair that I wanted.
My Target chair was cheap compared to your Target chair.
Yeah.
My Target chair, guys, $120 for, like, a Sherpa little swivel. Are we kidding?
Yeah.
$120. So I guess it's not even the store, it's just being aware of the price.
Yeah.
Like, look at things and look at like the cost, because the store, like, you might think like, oh, like, this store's cheap or this store's expensive, but they might have something that's actually not as expensive as you
Yeah.
think.
Amazon's also amazing because you can get so many
Period.
things. Like, we went to Hobby Lobby. Taylor made me think that, like, Hobby Lobby was this, like, amazing,
Listen, I did
cheap
not
home
know it
decor.
was I did not know it was the most expensive place on earth.
We walk in there. I'm pretty sure you vlogged it, right?
Yes.
And oh my goodness, like, all the decor was, like, so expensive. Like,
Yes.
I was, like, in awe. I was like, I can get this on Amazon for half the price.
It was wild. So I just remember, like, when my sister was kind of moving, we went there. This was, like, years ago, though. And then I was getting my hair done, and I was talking about something I needed, and my hairstylist was like, oh my God, Hobby Lobby. And I was like, I forgot about Hobby Lobby. Like, my mom went there, my sister, like, they found so much stuff there. Like, I forgot about that store. Like, yeah. And then I texted my mom after we left. I was like, Hobby Lobby is so expensive. And she was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, well, why did I think this was cheap? Like, I thought you guys, like, balled out in here. Like, what? I was like, I feel like I remember going to Hobby Lobby and getting, like, a lot of stuff. But maybe my mom was just balling out. I don't know. But it was, or they raised their prices. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But
I don't know.
Wasn't a fan.
But things are very expensive. Like, for my bathroom, I need to get, like, shelves, whatever. For that type of stuff, guys, IKEA, so cheap. But I want to get, like, cute little trays. And I sent my mom, I was like, this is what I'm trying to do for my bathroom. And she was like, get those trays at Goodwill. I was like, I already thought about it. Don't even worry. Because they're all just, like, random, like, cute, like, trays. And I'm going to go to Goodwill for them once I get shelves. Because, one, it's so cool. Because then it's, like, no one else really has that. Like, it's, like, a cool, like, you get a cool, pretty gold tray that no one else really has. People also, I see, get really cute, like, serving stuff. Like, really cute big bowls. Really cute, like, set of, like, the wine glasses, like, anything that's, like, really cute and unique. So, like, don't sleep on getting things for cheap if you can.
Yeah. Number 9 is kind of like an emotional one, and that is going to be stop overthinking. I definitely feel like I experienced this in my, like, first place in terms of, like, I felt I maybe made the wrong decision. Like, I was like, oh shit, like, should I not have done this? Like, you'll feel a little bit emotional when you first move, whether it's, like, missing home, missing friends, whatever it is. Like, it's going to be hard to adjust to your new place. And you need to just remember, like, you're not going to jump into a new place and it's going to be, like, super loving and welcoming. Like, it's going to be times where you're going to be, like, a little upset that maybe you don't have a full friend group yet. Like, you miss your family, and that's, like, totally okay.
And you're not, like, I don't know, like, the word for it, but it's not bad to be, like, calling your parents. Like, I call my parents a lot. I like FaceTiming my mom. That doesn't mean I'm, like, not okay on my own, or, like, not to, like, I just, like, filling my mom in. Like, and also it's really important to catch up with your family. If you move, don't, like, just, like, ditch your family. It makes them very happy if you have a close relationship with them to call them. A FaceTime goes a really long way. And I just was like, oh my God, am I calling my mom too much? Like, and I'm like, what the fuck is even too much? Like, who set rules on when you move out, how often you can talk to your family? Like, so what if I want to call my mom? I'm going to call my mom. Like, it doesn't matter. And agreed with what Sam said. Sometimes it's very overwhelming. Moving into this house the first 2 days, I was really overwhelmed. I realized that was the first time I moved without my parents. Every other apartment, my parents came and helped me move. And my mom helped me do those trips in Walmart, getting all the little shit that we talked about. My dad helped me move things and build things and whatever I needed. And this was the first time that it was just me, myself, and I, and Sam and the animals. Like, that's it. Like, that's all we had. And I was like, holy shit, this is like kind of a lot. And like, I kind of wish my mom was here. Like, I was like, kind of wish I had my parents. And like, that's fine and it's normal. And it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, this is just funny hearing you say that because I'm like, I'm such the opposite. Like,
Really?
yeah, like, I don't know. Like, it would obviously it would have been nice having their help, but they never, like, I never had them for any of my move-ins. So it's like, it's all right.
Yeah, they like came with me to college to move. They came here to move me in like this one. I think it's more so like just like emotional support.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, now that I'm thinking, yeah, I never even had them for college too because I had to move in for preseason early.
yeah, but you didn't drive like that far to your school, right?
Yeah, no.
See, like it was like a while away.
Differences.
But yeah. You can like call your parents and like whatever. Like it's not like weird. And like people.
Hi, Mom. I know you're listening.
Yeah, you're like, I didn't even want my mom.
Sorry, Mom. Love you.
Number 10, back to the money, budgeting. I wish someone taught me how to budget a little better. I don't think I recklessly spend, but more so, I was in the car place, like trying to buy a car, Googling like how much of your income should be your car payment. Like how much of your income should be your rent. Things that I just like, no one ever told me. You know what I mean? Like, no one ever told me in like class or like what part of your income should be what. So I'm like Googling it, like in the car dealership. Because when people are like, well, what's your budget for this? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much. Like, and I would ask my parents and they're like, you know, like it's up to you. It's your money. I'm like, no, but I need like an answer.
Yeah.
Like, but I need like, how much do you think I should be paying for this? Because like, I don't freaking know. So I just wish I had a better, I don't know, an online course, a better, I don't know. Like, I wish I knew more about that stuff in general. I mean, yeah, they should teach it in schools, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't know.
Like, I took like a hardcore accounting class, and I still don't even know how to budget like my own money. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I never took anything like that, and I wish I did. But I'm also going to say and kind of throw my friends under the bus, but another big thing when it comes to budgeting, which I've realized Taylor and I do an amazing job with this.
Oh my God, we do so great at it.
So good.
And I justify every single purchase I make on this.
Exactly this. And that is stop eating out, okay?
And drinking out.
Jeez, our friends, we were sitting at the pool with them 2 days ago, and they were telling us how they eat out every single day. Every day. That is like hundreds of dollars per week. We go to the grocery store and we spend
I'd say
sometimes $100.
I'd say $100.
Yeah, on average $100 per week, and that gets us through the week for the most part. I sometimes go middle of the week to grab like one or two more things. But god damn, I'm like amazed and blown away by the fact that like there are people out there that really be eating out every single day, and they complain about the fact that they don't have enough money to afford to go to the grocery store. But they're doing reverse. It's like the reverse system. Dude, I'm like, what are you saying? You're eating out every day. No wonder you don't have money for your groceries.
I ordered a bowl on Uber Eats when we were moving. I spent $20. $20 on a bowl.
Yeah.
Of like basically tofu, rice, and veggies. Are you kidding me? Like, I like ordering it. Now, I never Uber Eats. So in those moments, it's like, you know, this is a treat. I was tired. I'm not cooking. I'm not going to the store, you know. Totally worth it. But you're telling me like daily I could be spending $20 whole on tofu, rice, and veggies on Uber Eats? No. Couldn't be me.
No.
And the drinking, it's not like don't drink, but like if you're going out all the time buying alcohol, that's a lot of goddamn money.
Yeah.
That is so much money. It's craziness. Even
I don't even want. I've never added up how much money I've spent in a night, like on average. I don't even want to know because
I don't want to know
the
either.
drinks are so expensive.
And when you get drunk, money doesn't matter.
Yeah, Ubers, games, random games at the fucking like arcade games that are at the bars. Like I'll be swiping my card, like, oh my god, this basketball game is so much fun.
And then you're a few drinks in, and you're like, does everyone want shots? I'm buying. And
Yeah,
you buy like
literally.
it's.
Oh my god, when we were in Houston last week, I bought so many people shots. I don't even want to know.
Really?
Yeah.
I just cracked my wrist. I bet you heard that on the mic. Oh my god, I forgot that you guys could like also hear that. Sorry, that was probably really gross. But another way to like make that easier, buying alcohol like from the store on your own is one cheaper. Like at least if you're like, oh, I'm not like gonna cut drinking totally. Okay, no one says you have to, but like you can get a bottle of tequila for the price of like a singular drink.
Yeah.
Like depending on obviously the tequila in the drink, but you could literally get a bottle of alcohol for almost the price of a singular drink. So just be smart about money on alcohol if you think you can't do other things. Because I think a lot of people are always like, it's your like, stop buying Starbucks. I'm like, I don't think it's the Starbucks. Like, I'd say more like, I think
you can start there though. Like, start
with whatever, like, whatever fits your lifestyle. But I think for everyone, I don't think everyone needs to be buying a bunch of alcohol, like, all the time. Like, I think that's easy to, like, cut back on.
Yeah.
And I think that'll save you a lot of money. But I will say we do so good with that on just not eating out and, like, cooking and not drinking absurd amounts of alcohol all the time. It'll do wonders for your budgeting.
Yeah. So that was our 1 to 10 ways to, or things we wish we knew when we moved. So, well, some of them, like budgeting, I feel like it did a good job on, but I think that was just more advice for you guys just to have, because I feel like I've always been like in a good place with budgeting myself. So
like I said, I don't think for me it was more so like I wish I learned how to not like recklessly spend. I just wish someone really went in depth of like teaching me what money is supposed to go where and how much. Because I feel like even still, I'm still like, is that expensive? Like, you know what I mean? Like getting like my car insurance or something, being like, is that expensive? I don't know. I have like no reference of what car insurance should be. Or like I have no reference what like so I don't know, I wish someone like taught me more of that in like school maybe.
Well, I want to finish off real quickly with just kind of letting you guys know some good areas in Austin to consider, because your realtor will ask you when you do reach out to them areas you want to consider living in, and these are all areas that are within downtown or within 10 minutes of downtown, and that's going to be, you can write this down or replay this, whatever you want to do, but South Lamar, South Congress, downtown, of course. So 5th Street, 6th Street, Rainy Street. And then there's going to be places that are more of like a neighborhoody, like outside the city. And that's going to be the Domains, Mueller, East Side. Where else?
East Riverside.
Or even up near like Round Rock, which is it's a little bit farther.
Yeah, so everything in Austin, you're pretty much going to be always 15-20 minutes from downtown.
Yeah.
If you stay within like the city, you're not going to be far. But those are like the common places of the things. I would just recommend, if you want to be close to the city, just tell them I want to be like within 10 minutes of downtown, or like walking into downtown, and they'll be able to find it.
Yeah.
A lot of people live on East Riverside. I think that's like the cheaper.
Cheapest, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a spot to look. But yeah, those are all the things. I was gonna say homeowners. We do not own this house.
Yeah, no.
As home renters.
Home renters. Anyways.
Do you guys think we own this house? We're renting it.
Yeah, we are renting this.
Yeah, I don't. We're renting it.
Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully we helped you out a little bit. And if you move to Austin, Texas, it's a fun time.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm calling out the haters. The Austin people that are so butthurt about people moving here. And like how it's so like too many people doing all like this stupid little like touristy things. I grew up in Miami. I grew up with people moving here to do moving to Miami, paying too much money, everything getting more expensive for people to do stupid tourist nonsense 24/7. And I never complained. Let them live their best life. Like,
Yeah, like,
I
why-
never complained. And they're like, why move to Austin? It's getting too expensive. I'm like, well, Miami's getting too expensive, and I'm from there. So where do you want me to go? Like, I got pushed out of
Yeah.
my own city. But, like, I let people enjoy Miami, move to Miami, move to Brickell. I don't care. Sounds fun.
It happens all over the country. So, like, Austin people stop complaining.
Yeah, and there'll be a new like, give it like 5 years, everyone will be like somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna like move around. So I don't like the bitterness.
It's like people on TikTok making fun of like Austin residents like doing fun things. Like, I don't know. It's just like, okay.
And it's just weird to me, especially
pooped
like
on
I
your
said,
parade?
like I literally grew up in a city that's so touristy of like, and I never was like, oh, these stupid people doing this stupid Miami thing.
Literally.
Like, no. Like, have a great time. So, yeah, I'm just putting that out there. Not that any of you listening are probably those people, but it makes me really angry.
Yeah. Well, last reminder, merch went live. Check it out. Go to the link in the bio on the Instagram. You'll get it down there in the description box, I guess, down below.
Yes.
So we love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and make sure to give it a 5-star rating, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.